We put a substantial proposal on the table weeks ago to facilitate their release. Our governments have communicated repeatedly and directly on that proposal.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken announcing the United States' willingness to make a deal with Russia to secure the release of two Americans detained there, Paul Whelan and WNBA star Brittney Griner. Whelan's a former Marine, and he was detained in 2018 on espionage charges. He's now serving a 16-year sentence. Griner was arrested in February for having cannabis oil in her luggage and faces 10 years in prison. Secretary Blinken is planning to speak with his Russian counterpart about that proposal, and this will be their first talk since the war began in Ukraine. Let's bring in Julia Manchester now. She's a national political reporter for The Hill. Good morning, and thank you for joining us, Julia.
Good morning, Mitch. Thank you for having me.
So originally, the Biden administration said that Victor Bout is not on the table. He is out of the question. What's up with the reversal? Because we expect that Victor Bout is the Russian that would be going back in this prisoner exchange.
Right. So just for some context, Victor Bout in 2012, was convicted here in the United States. He is an illegal arms. He's a Russian arms dealer and has been nicknamed the Merchant of Death. So he is serving a 25-year sentence here in the United States. And, you know, for a while, the U.S. has had this policy or maybe this guide of saying, look, we don't like to do prisoner swaps because we don't want to encourage any further hostage taking of Americans around the world, so other adversaries or entities may, want to use that as leverage to get prisoners back on their own soil. So that's been a bit of a guideline. But earlier this year, when Trevor Reed was freed from Russian custody, there was that prisoner swap. And now Victor Bout, someone who the Russians have obviously had a lot of interest in getting back, he's being offered up potentially in exchange for two Americans. And like you said, Mitch, this is major because this is the first time that Antony Blinken and his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, would have been chatting or talked since February 15th. That was around the Russian invasion of Ukraine. So this prisoner swap could lead to a bit of a breakthrough in U.S.-Russian negotiations and communication.
It could lead to a breakthrough, but is the Biden administration here, are they caving to public opinion here? They want to get Brittney Griner home so badly and Paul Whelan that they are willing to let the Merchant of Death arms dealer go during a situation in which Russia is at war and the United States is helping its opponent in that war. I mean, it seems very fraught, a very fraught time to let an arms dealer go if there was never a not fraught time to do so.
Yeah, there's absolutely that criticism. And for someone like Brittney Griner, who is, obviously a well-known athlete, this case has garnered a lot of attention, a lot of, as well as Paul Whelan's. But I would say Brittney Griner is more well-known than Paul Whelan. Absolutely, there is definitely that pressure on the Biden administration. We know that Brittney Griner, for example, has written to the president. Her wife has been very vocal in, wanting the U.S. to do more to get her back on U.S. soil. So there is absolutely pressure here. But you're right. The situation and the war between Russia and Ukraine makes this incredibly complicated, especially at a time when we know that Russia has, very well have committed war crimes against humanity in Ukraine. So the U.S. needs to be careful, I think, in how they walk this very fine line. We do know that there could be some talks between Lavrov and Blinken on this idea of exporting grain. We know that Russia and Ukraine export quite a bit of grain. That's been an issue ongoing in this war. So, maybe in these communications we could see additional breakthroughs, but we'll really have to see. It's something we're all watching very closely.
And as of this morning, Russia says there is no deal. So this might be much ado about nothing. Hopefully it wasn't. Julia Manchester, thank you for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.